Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Set to go is the kicker, Harrison Butker. And here we go on Monday Night Prime Time. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. The seventh-year starter leading them out. Has had a good first 6 years in the NFL, hoping for his best one yet this time around. Justin Herbert.
Herbert's one of these rare quarterbacks that when he is on, he makes this game look effortless and easy. Part of it's his throwing motion that's crisp and clean with great power. And it's also an athleticism. He'll make you pay with his legs, too. Man, he is just a joy to watch.
That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
1st and 10 now from the 46. On the play fake, it's Herbert. He finds Johnston. He's going to be forced out after he picks up about 19 yards. And that is good for a Chargers first down.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage, it really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
Shotgun give to Hampton. Shoves one away. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down. Here's Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be stopped just a couple yards beyond the line, but that is still good enough for the first.
2 yards on the play.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
To throw, Herbert. To the right and pulled in by McConkey. And they get this down to the 7-yard line.
Herbert's pass.
That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
It's just one of those plays on an opening drive, Kate, where on one side it's demoralizing. Defensively, rally, go make that tackle. But offensively, it just infuses you with so much confidence, knowing if you can just put the ball in your guys' hands, they can make a difference after the catch.
No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
To 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Again, it's Hampton. And his defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. No gain on the play, and they have to go up with 7 yards now on 3rd and goal. Man, great read by the defense there. They attacked, and they found that runner quick.
You look up run blitz by a linebacker,
yeah.
That is in the dictionary right there.
There it is. 3rd and goal. Here's Herbert. And the look was there, but knocked out by that hit. It's incomplete. And now the offense left with his 4th and goal. Well, he'd been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right? And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm. If they can keep moving that ball the way they did on the opening drive, he's going to be called upon, I'm going to guess, Kate, for more than just field goals. Probably some extra points, too.
And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Bringing him out and celebrating now a decade in the NFL. This is Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And the stop is made. First down coming up. It's a gain of 11.
We see it and hear it all the time. For receivers, their favorite moment is just to go up over a DB and make a play. And for these running backs, there is nothing that beats slamming right through a tackle and getting that first down.
New set of downs from 37. To the air, Mahomes. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. That's going to be something to watch as this game goes on, Brock. We know they like to take their shots throughout.
Yeah, and we know this league today, Kate, loves to play that umbrella coverage, right? Try to keep everything in front of them.
Yep.
The only way you're going to get behind them is to take shots like that one.
That one finds Xavier Worthy. And they get him down after a gain of 10. But great effort on his part. Pays off with a first down.
10 yards.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them the first down.
47-yard line.
Walker on first down. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Ball carrier.
A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Sure seems like running at a blitzing defense shouldn't work out too often, Brock, but right there it did nicely for him.
Yeah, football's kind of a funny game, Kate, because it could be super complex. Yeah. You get into a lot of language and a lot of detail, and then other times, like, just run away from the blitz. Just run away from it, and good things can happen.
Mahomes throwing here on second. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Here's Mahomes now. He finds Worthy, complete. They get in there for the stop. Damage limited to 8 yards. And that earns Kansas City the first down.
They call third downs money downs for a reason, Kate, because it takes everybody offensively to cash in. Excellent protection, set the table for the QB to get the completion and the yards necessary.
Had some room to work, and he took advantage. Give him 7. Already we're seeing the mind games they can play with personnel. You talk about this all the time, Brock. Looked like a passing set, left them some room on the ground.
10, 11, heck, even 20 personnel, doesn't matter. Offensively, you get to dictate the terms. Kind of like those pitchers and catchers that once in a while will pitch backwards. Keep your opponent off guard.
Escapes the pocket. That is rejected at the line, as we say in hoops. Got a hand in the passing lane up front. That's going to bring up third down.
I think I got the same thought bubble as all the fans in the stands with that one. You just got to tuck it. Don't try to force the issue. You're out there in the open space. Put your head down and go get the first.
Complete beyond the marker. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Chiefs first down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Smith. Taken down, but not before he picks up 11 on the play. And it's going to be first down Chiefs. A nice early return there. They're going to be more than happy with that one, Brock. And could be a huge boost to their offense if this ground game can get going at this pace.
Every offense in this league searches for explosives. How can we find it? It's often through the air, but when you get it on the ground like that, boy, is it a huge bonus.
And that's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. Just 3-0 is our score. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. Second quarter about to get underway, and an opportunity to score here for the Chiefs. Walker now from the gun. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Second down, Mahomes. And in. Touchdown, Chiefs. Travis Kelce on the 12th play in that series. Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And they answer a field goal with 7 points, and they've got the lead.
Chargers 3. Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35.
So the LA offense getting out there for their second drive. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. They go play action. Here's Herbert. Middle of the field taken in by McConkey. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
First down, Chargers.
Hampton now up the middle. Some good running here as he gets him 7 on that first down carry. Okay, so they sent the blitz, but it almost seemed to backfire there, Brock. They ran through it for a pretty nice game.
Yeah, because there's a little boom or bust,
yeah.
right? Is an offense, as a QB, if you see that and run away from the blitz, it can be effective like it was there.
It's Hampton on second. And he will not get the first, but ooh, this is close. Looks like they're going to have about a yard at most to gain after he picked up 3. Third down.
The offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out. Third and short.
And he'll have him 4 and the first down as he's brought to a stop.
Incomplete.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
First down now, ball at the 33. Again, it's Hampton. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Opening carry of the game for Kimani Vidal. And he's going to take this to the 23. The stop made to set up 3rd and very short.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. He's making a bid for it. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. Hits his target in the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Touchdown, Los Angeles. Slant
route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
That one right down the middle. Lead now up to a field goal.
7.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. On the return, here's Nico Mejio. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. Now for the second time, we get a look at this Kansas City offense. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Now it's Mahomes. This one's to Rice out on the right side. And he has them the first down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. Back to throw, Mahomes. Yeah, the hit's going to separate him from that football. Incomplete. Not surprising to find a defender in the area there over the middle challenging that one, partner. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Looking to throw, Mahomes. He hauls this one in with one hand. After making the catch, he is decked quickly at the 38.
14 yards.
They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they can be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
Here's Mahomes. Out left, Worthy makes the grab. And for the moment, that's going to be a touchdown. Whether it will stand, though, well, that depends on the call on this flag.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
They waited a little extra second there, didn't they? Maybe a little bit of a talk to the other sideline, Brock, before they declined that call. That touchdown's going to stand.
All good in love and football. just a good little penalty taunt.
Butker to try the point after. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And they jump ahead by 4.
14. Chargers 10. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Out comes the offense now for the Chargers. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Now Herbert to throw. That's complete, David Njoku. And he's going to be hit almost immediately after making the catch. So this is going to be about a 6-yard pickup.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, Herbert. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Drew Tranquill with the pick. And the Chiefs take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on it.
Now, what you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
The Chiefs and Xavier Worthy back in possession here. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Tackle there from Dalvin Tomlinson. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Throwing is Mahomes. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. And it's scooped up by the Chargers. That return doesn't get much, but it does get him across the midfield stripe.
That's quarterback's living nightmare and a defender's dream right there. Not just to get the sack and get home, the sack fumble, that's what these defenders live for.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Throw right side, caught by Njoku. And he's going to get about 3 here, almost all of it on the catch. The defense was there immediately.
Second and 7 at the 43-yard line.
As the hook up again to Njoku. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Go right on back to that same tight end. Well, and on 3rd down coming up, I'm not going to be surprised, Kate, if he commands plenty of attention, or he may find yet another reception. Keep calling it, keep throwing it until they stop it.
He's got about 8 yards as he's taken to the ground. And that's going to make it 1st down Chargers. LA uses a timeout here. It's second. Man in motion, out of the slot. Herbert now off the play fake. He finds McConkey. And he's going to be forced down with only a couple yards at most to show for on this one, Brock. 2nd down and almost the full 10 here still to go.
2nd and 9.
Herbert. Drops this one off to Hampton. And he's going to be dropped quickly after making that catch, being limited to a couple. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Didn't get all they wanted out of that last play, so now they've got 3rd and 8. On the play fake, it's Herbert. This is hauled in by Harris. And he is stopped. They get to him inches from a touchdown. That's going to make it 1st and goal. So we have a 1-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hanson, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hanson and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Big thank you to our guy Scott Hanson and the gang down in Orlando. Got a close one here, Brock, as our 2nd half gets underway. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. A pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Chiefs have their offense out to start this 3rd quarter. And they really leaned on that passing game in the 1st half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the 3rd. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. The 3rd quarter's going to start with a run by Walker. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. You look pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Mahomes. Short pickup to their own 31. Tackle made by Elijah Molden.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break out something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. To the air, Mahomes. Into the hands of his running back, Walker. And he needed a little more room to reach that line. The stop is made in time. That brings up 4th down.
4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And the fair catch made here at the 15. The Chargers and Omarion Hampton out there on offense once again. And his performance has ailed against what has been a very stout defensive front. This hasn't been a contest to stack up there among his better showings, partner. They've made it real difficult to find any holes to hit, and there's been absolutely no space for him to work with. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Hampton to open the drive. This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
1st down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Back to Hampton. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down the RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Herbert back to throw. This one's in range, but it gets knocked away. Couldn't connect, and that brings up 4th down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
And it ends up a good return for him. Up past their own 40. The Chiefs offense set to take over again. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes now. Good strike downfield to Kelsey. Oh, that one did some damage as he's finally hauled down. A gain of about 24. 1st down coming up.
It just felt like a composure play. Quarterback was calm. Receiver did his job securing the ball, and because of it, his chains are unmoving.
All set to go now from the 35. This is Smith. Fighting his way through, but he lost the football. Picked up by the Chargers. Only a little bit of a run after he recovered the fumble, but their offense is going to be happy as they take over possession.
We got a close game here, Layden. Both sides of the ball. They're getting the same message from the coaches. Any play could be the impact play that decides this one. And in this case, how about that? It's a literal impact as the big hit forces a clutch fumble.
Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. Hauled in by Njoku, left side. Contact is made, and that's going to take him out of bounds. Gain of about 21 on the play, and that's going to be a Los Angeles 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Just one play into this drive, and they are already sitting on their own 45. Herbert now. Downfield, and he has McConkey. And this one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line.
Brad McConkey.
That is the spark that they needed. 30 yards.
First down, Chargers.
That's so good, Kate. That is just such good quarterbacking 101 right there. He escapes the pocket. He keeps his eyes down the field, and because of it, well, he found an explosive.
Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. To throw, Herbert. Complete here to Hampton. And he'll go down here at the 16.
Complete.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
16-yard line.
Got 9 of the 10 with that last grab. Need to get the last yard now on second. One of the tight ends in motion left. Out of the gun, here's Hampton. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up.
No gain on the play.
As much as I love talking about these physical matchups, right now this is psychological. This adds some layers to this third down call. Do you try your hand at another run and hope it fares better? Tougher to go back to it again when it just gets stuffed.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Hampton trying to pick it up. Able to gain about 1 on the play. And that gives LA the first.
He's brought down.
That's one as a running back in this league, you got to convert every time. Teams really don't care.
First down,
Hall of Famer
Los
or an
Angeles.
undrafted rookie. You can't get 1 yard for a first, they're going to start holding auditions for someone who can.
Going to the ground again on first. And that run good for a handful as it brings up second down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
5 still to go here. This is second down.
Line.
They go play action. Here's Herbert. To the right and pulled in by McConkey. And he's going to have him a first and goal from the 4 as he goes out.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Offense in position now. It's first and goal. Play action now for Herbert. Throw reeled in by Njoku. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
A pickup of 2 brings up second and goal.
So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. The Chargers have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. Now it's second and goal from the 1. Running with Hampton. Watching the goal line, but he won't reach it. The defense keeps him out and forces third and goal.
All I can really say about that one, Kate, at least he managed to make it out of the end zone. Now staring at a third down at your own 1. Nice.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for third and goal. They'll hand it off. It's the end around. And he's not going to get in. Another stand defensively. And they've made it fourth and goal. They sent with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. So managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and AT for attack, exactly what he just did.
Here he goes. Gotta have this on fourth down. And they don't get the catch they need there. That hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. They lost it in enemy territory their last time out. Never a spot you want to fumble. So I imagine, Brock, it's going to be 2 hands on the football as they return to the field. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. Now a carry. It's Smith. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2. Gosh, this is going to be so demoralizing, Brock, to know that this offense probably just going to pound the rock from here on out, and you can't really do a thing to stop them.
That's what they're hoping for, and that's really what all those body blows through the first 3 quarters should pay these kind of dividends when it matters the most.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Hand off to Walker from the gun. And giving the first down, winds up with about 6 on that play before he was stopped.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Mahomes. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. He's in trouble. He's not going to get away from this. They drop him at the 10. And that leaves them in trouble. They're staring down a 3rd and 19 now.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the 3rd row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now 3rd down is so much harder.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. Now it's Mahomes. Defender is there. He knocks it away, and that's going to force 4th down.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
He has it at the 22. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Charger offense making its way to the field. They took their shot on 4th and goal, came away empty-handed, so a lot to like, Brock, but just need to find a way to punch it in this time. First call here coming from the shotgun. Throwing now, Herbert. There goes that man again, but a defender on time this time. Hit forces the football out, incomplete. We've got 2nd down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact. If you couldn't do it.
Right here is the intended target there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Johnson finds the football, complete. And he's going to get this one ahead for what looks to be about 20 yards, maybe even a little more, and that 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Now Herbert to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Chiefs territory. That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Chargers needing 4 points.
At the 46-yard line.
Coming off a 6-yard completion, here's 2nd and 4. Here's Herbert. And this is going to end up an incomplete pass, partner, so that brings up 3rd down.
That incompletion right there, Kate, it does stop the clock, and it gives you a chance. A chance to get in that huddle, regroup, and make sure you just fire your best shots here down the stretch.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. They send a tight end in motion. Throwing now. That one's good to McConkey. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field. All I'm thinking about right now, Kate, training camp. Because that's a middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
And this is going to fall incomplete. They made a call for the end zone there, but nobody picked up on the other end. So now it's third down.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
Slot man motioned over. Here he is to throw. Look, he's not going to be able to get rid of it. They got to him. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away. Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
The Chiefs offense out to take over. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job, now you got to do yours.
Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first.
Second and 5.
As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Staying with Walker. Trying to fight free. He can't do so. They've got him behind the line. Now let's see, Brock, if they call their final timeout.
2-yard loss.
LA uses a timeout here. It's second. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on third down. Setting up to pass. Left side, it's caught by Rice. He makes the catch, but it's hit before he can get that first down. They say he's maybe a yard short.
It's fourth down.
The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. As they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up. Kansas City sends out its punt team. Matt Araiza, the one to send it away. And not his best punt here. He drives it several yards into the end zone. That's going to lead to a touchback. The Chargers offense getting set to take over. They passed on the field goal, didn't get it on fourth down. Interested to see what they do if a similar situation arises on this next possession. Running back sent in motion. Here he is to throw. It's caught left side by Harris. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away.
Brings up second and a yard.
They get up there and clock the ball. A little over 50 seconds now remaining. Third and a lone yard coming up. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
They are officially left now clinging to one final lifeline. And for me, you know the situation. Players, not plays. Get your best player the ball on the most critical down of the game.
Hands are tied. Gotta have it on this 4th down. Desperation time here. He finds him beyond the marker. He's got it. That's going to be a 1st and more. And they find a way to convert on 4th with a gain of 17.
It's a gain of 17
It sure seemed like he knew
yards.
exactly where he was
First down,
going with that
Chargers.
right off the snap.
A modest amount of time left, Brock, but crucially, no timeouts for him. It's 1st down. He'll look to throw it. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard
It's a
line.
gain of 17 yards. And the Chargers 1st down.
And he's going to spike it. 27 seconds to go. Second and 10. Need something positive here. Back to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. Near the sideline, he's going to be forced out after a gain of about 20. And that is good for a Chargers 1st down.
Los Angeles.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
Pressure's going to get there, and he goes down. Try to set this up quick.
It's 2nd down.
And there's the spike. 8 seconds to go. This could be our last, maybe second to last snap here. To throw. He's not going to be able to get rid of it, so they got to him.
A loss of 8 yards. And it's 4th down.
So score this a win for the Chiefs. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game. It's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So for Brock Huard, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chiefs as we say so long from Kansas City.